again, a country where hard work pays off with an affordable home and good food on a safe street under our proud flag. That was the basic promise of Canada. We want stronger paychecks, secure streets, solid borders in a self-reliant Canada. But after 10 years of Liberals, we see the opposite. Despite their grand promises, what they've really done is doubled the cost of housing. They've doubled the food bank lineups. Just yesterday, we saw Food Bank's report, which is called Hunger Count. Ominously named Hunger Count, showed that 2.2 million people are visiting food banks every single. This is a massive increase over the numbers that were roughly a million. And the report said that it took decades for Canada to have 1 million visits to a food bank in a single month, and only 5 years under the Liberals to get up to 2.2 million, just to show how disastrous the inflationary food policies of this government have become. That is one of the reasons why we're asking for the government to get rid of all hidden taxes on food in the forthcoming budget. The industrial carbon tax on farm equipment and fertilizer, the food packaging tax, the fuel standard tax, and of course the inflation tax. Mark Carney, since taking office, has made these problems worse, said he would be judged by the price of groceries. Well, the verdict is in. Food prices are rising twice as fast as the general targeted inflation rate, rising 50% faster than in the United States of America. And more people are lined up at food banks than ever before. He said he'd spend less. His deficit spending is 100% more. He said he would negotiate a win with the Americans and have a deal by July 21st. Still no win, still no deal, still no elbows, and the jobs have gone missing. He has been weak and promise-breaking on the signature promise of the last election. And of course on crime. So far he has done nothing. He has passed no laws to reverse the Liberal crime wave that his party has unleashed over the last decade. And unfortunately, we see the results in intimate partner violence. 128,000 victims of intimate partner violence suffered in 2024. We have family violence is up 17% in the last 6 years. We see around 79% of intimate partner violence homicide victims are women. 26,000 children were victims of this violence. And this is all the direct result of C-75, liberal bail, which allows repeat offenders to be released as soon as they're arrested. And, of course, C-5, which allows these abusers to do their sentences in the comfort of their living room, threatening their loved ones. This is effectively turning the home into a prison for the victims. Today, we're joined by Conservative members of Parliament and champions of public safety, Raquel Dancho, Rachel Thomas, Melissa Lantsman, Stephanie Kuzy, and, of course, Frank Caputo, Shadow Minister of Public Safety, who has put forward an important bill to save lives by stopping intimate partner violence. Most important of all, we have Debbie Henderson, a family spokesperson for Bailey McCourt, and Trish McCourt, Bailey's stepmother. Bailey's story is really one of tragic heartbreak. A brilliant, beautiful, and intelligent young woman in the prime of her life, a mother murdered by her estranged ex-husband, James Plover, a man who was released literally hours earlier despite a conviction for uttering threats and carrying out a violent physical assault. He had strangled another person in an unprovoked attack, yet he was released under Liberal laws, and he murdered this beautiful young woman. This could have been prevented. If Mr. Plover had been in jail where he belonged, she would still be alive today. And there are countless who have lost their lives because Liberal laws have turned their perpetrators loose on our streets. And that is why Frank Caputo has introduced a bill that would take a number of steps to protect against intimate partner violence. It would ensure that anyone who's convicted of murder in an intimate partner setting would be automatically given first-degree murder sentencing. It would create specific sentences, including assaulting an intimate partner and criminal harassment of an intimate partner. It would force those convicted of intimate partner offense to, within the preceding 5 years, to be released only by a judge. It would empower courts to detain persons accused of intimate partner violence at any time for a risk assessment reviewed by a judge, and would modernize detention evidence. These are important common steps that that will protect all victims of domestic violence, especially women who make up over three-quarters of victims in these cases. So I want to thank Frank and all of our Conservative MPs. We want to work with any party to get this bill passed, protect people. We encourage every party to join with us. It doesn't matter.